Hello, my name is Justin Davis, and welcome to my In the Bag. We're going to start off with my non-Innova stuff in this bag in general. This is a grip bag, really nice bag. I don't use this as much because it doesn't hold as many discs, and I need a lot of space. But it has tons of pockets I'll never use, including a putter pouch, and just this random pouch for extra stuff. On the putters, I have 3 Wizards by Gateway. 2 soft Wizards, one's a 171 and one's a 172, same design, same everything, so you'd think they throw the same, but that 1 gram really does matter when you're throwing. Now on to my go-to putter. It's a 175 more rough feeling Wizard. It's a lot more grippy than these soft Wizards over here. I'll use this especially in wind, since it's a little heavier than the other 2 Wizards. Onto my MVP putters. I only putt with one thing for MVP, and that's Ion. This one is a 172, and this one is a 171. I won't use these much unless I'm feeling really good with them. Usually I'll practice putting beforehand, and if I'm feeling good with them, I'll use them over the Wizards. Onto my mid-rangers. I wouldn't technically consider this a mid-ranger, but it's a harp. I know a lot of people use it to putt. I don't, because I can't putt with it at all. It flies a really nice hyzer line for me, and that's basically the only thing I use it for. Onto my main non-Innova mid-ranger, the Comet. I can get this thing to fly super straight, and that's all I need out of a mid-ranger. I'm not going to use it very often, because I don't use mid-rangers very often. To my MVP mid-ranger, the Matrix. The Matrix is something I'll throw a lot. If I'm going to throw a mid-ranger, this is the mid-ranger I'm going to throw. Because it can hold the hyzer line, it can hold a straight line, it can hold the turnover line. Just anything I want to do, this thing will do it. Then on to my last one. This one's kind of special to me. It's a Cox. It's made in Sweden. So yeah, kind of just got it for the novelty. On to the 2 fairway drivers before I get on to the 1 distance driver. I'm going to start off with my one by Latitude 64. It is the Diamond. This thing is slightly unstable. It won't turn on you very much if you give it the right line. If you laser line it straight, it's going to dip right just a teeny bit. If you put it on a hyzer, it will hold the hyzer. If you throw it hard enough, it's really not going to turn at all. And onto the FD. This thing I only use for hyzer lines because I cannot get a good throw out of it. Laser lining or anything. But onto the distance driver. We got the Undertaker by Discraft. This is the only non-Innova distance driver I throw. Because it's the only one I need and it's the only one I like. So yeah, this thing I use for hyzer lines and I can throw a really nice straight shot with it. I don't throw many things for distance drivers other than Innova. So once we get to the other bag, you'll see most of my distance drivers. Speaking of that other bag, we'll be getting onto it now. It is this bag right here, ironically by Dynamic Discs, when this is my Innova bag. I'm going to start off with the putters. Got 3 of them in here. To start off, the one I use for my approach shots most of the time, and this is the AVR. I don't throw this one much because I don't need to approach much. If I'm going to use this, it's to lay up for a decent putt with my Wizard. On to my 2 Innova putters that I used to use a lot more than I do now. This is an XT Colt and a DX Colt. I like these because they had a little bit more speed and they're a little more understable than any other putter I had tried, and they could just hold any line I wanted them to throw off the tee or just really straight putts. On to my mid-rangers. I have quite a few mid-rangers, but most of them are same mold or just same disc. Start off, this is the G-Star Mako 3. I don't throw this one much because I can't get it to hold a straight line. They'll turn on me all the time. But when I do get a nice line out of it, it's going to fly. It's going to fly really nice. I'm only throwing this disc when I'm feeling good about how I'm throwing on that day. On to these other two discs. This one is the Pink Panther. Haha. Jokes, but anyways, this one flies really straight. It will throw a hyzer line, but it'll also turn over. Numbers on are 5, 4, -2, 1, which means it is understable. It won't turn very much though, trust me. If you're beginning or you just need a really reliable mid-ranger, I'd go with the Panther. Or just, I'm going to get to in a second. After this one, the Atlas. I throw this one a lot because it can hold that straight line. I only throw this for straight lines. Now on to probably the most famous mid-rangers. Let's start off with these two. This one's a Pro Rock. I use this for forehands only. Only forehands. Because this thing will turn on me if I try to throw it with a backhand. Again, with this KC Pro Rock, only forehands. I really like the grip on these rocks for forehands. It's really nice. It never lets me down. Now onto this disc. This disc used to be white, now it's more gray. It's my McPro Rock 3. This is the rock I use for my backhands. It can hold my hyzer line. I can throw it hard enough, stay straight. Perfect what I'm looking for in a mid-ranger. If I throw a mid-ranger, it's probably this. On to my fairway drivers. I have 4 of them here. Get onto that one later because I use it the most. We're going to start off with this one, my Leopard 3. I don't throw this one too much because I don't like how unstable it is for my fairway drivers. But if I'm going to throw this, it's going to be on more of a turnover shot. On to the T-Bird. I also don't throw the T-Bird as much as other people would use if it's in their bag because I really like these other two fairways. That's the only reason why I love this disc. It flies really straight for me. I can get it to do whatever I want. Just these two can do it better right here. I'm going to start off with this one. This is my Star TL. As you can see, this one's pretty dirty because I use it that often. And it gets a lot of use because I can hold the turnover line on it. I can hold the hyzer line. I can hold a really straight laser beam line with it. It can do whatever I want it to do. And that's what I'm looking for in my fairway driver. Because I don't throw distance drivers too often. And onto the one I throw most of my rounds with. The Champion Eagle. Because I can hold legitimately every line I need to with this. If I turn it over, it's going to fly back, get the full blast, which is what I'm looking for. I can throw a really nice forehand with this. This is my forehand fairway driver because I can't throw a forehand with many other things except for maybe the Star TF. These two are different, but they get the same result for me. Anyways, this thing can also hold the hyzer line. It's going to fade a little right. Just a teeny bit right if you're throwing it straight. But that's probably the only thing I would want to fix a little bit. Now on to the distance drivers. We're going to start out with these two. We're going to start out with the Pro Wraith, which I can't throw. Every time, meat hooks, hyzer. The couple throws I do get good out of this are really good though. If I'm feeling really good, I'll throw this. That's probably the only time I'm going to throw this. Because it's the only time I can throw it straight. I'll throw this on a turnover. And now my disc for when it's not windy at all. The Blizzard Champion Boss. Really lightweight, 139. I can get this thing to fly though. This thing will go up to 280 to 290. And that's about my maximum distance unless I'm throwing the disc right here. That'll show you in a second. But this thing will hold my hyzer line. I can laser beam it down. And I can even turn it over on a good day. But I would not throw this in the wind because of how light it is. Now on to this disc right here. This is my distance driver. It's the only thing I use for distance drivers besides this. And this is the Valkyrie. It really fits my arm. Really fits the style I throw. And it's just really nice overall. We're going to start out with these two. These two are the Champion Valkyries. I don't throw these as much, especially this one, because this one will meet hook on me a little more than the rest of them. It just feels more overstable. Even though it says it's understable, it's not at all. And then we have this one. I don't throw this one too much just because I like the other ones better. Honestly, there's no complaints with this. It's a really solid disc. I would recommend people to buy the Valkyrie. On to this one. This is one of two of my star Valkyries. These ones are exactly the same. Nothing wrong with these. I don't know why they're factory seconds. Besides this one has little black dots in the middle of it. But these things throw perfect. Absolutely perfect. I've never had a bad line with those two. And then on to the R Pro Valkyrie. This is my distance driver. I can get this thing to turn over. It's going to get a really nice S. Every time I play, they think it's going to be a roller. It just turns around. Just holds a really great hyzer line. Holds a really great laser beam line. There's nothing else I can say about this disc. There's nothing bad I can say about this disc. I've never had this thing turn over on me the way I didn't want to unless I grip locked or really early released it. It'll get you that consistent finish you're looking for when you're starting out or when you're experienced and you just need something to step up your game that much. And then on the kind of my special disc that I never throw, this collectible Paige Pierce 100 PDGA wins, signed by Paige herself. Really nice disc. Never taken this thing out of the container. I haven't yet, and I never plan on doing it. This is the collectible disc. It's the only collectible disc I have, and it's the only collectible disc I plan on having. And that's about all I carry in my bag. I don't even carry a collectible disc in my bag. It's just a disc that I thought, oh, I'll put it in. So, as you can see, I'm primarily throwing Innova at the moment. But as I'm trying to brand out, I could use your suggestions. So please put them down in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe. And see you.